Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to another Geometry Dash Building an Extreme Demon video. You guys better be hyped. This is the episode where I'm going to be finishing my layout, Holy Views. Here it is in all of its glory. It's currently 38 seconds long, but not for long because I want to delete this stupid ship part at the end that does not work. Thanks for 69,000 subs. Haha! Please can we get to 70,000 as soon as possible? I hate it here. The rest so far has been pretty consistent in my eyes, but I will be inviting a special guest at the end of this video to help me play test and get the parts to an equal difficulty, because the last thing I want is to have any difficulty spikes in this level, because it's just going to make it frustrating to play. Like, I don't know how hard this wave part truly is, and I want to get some experienced players in on this to help me figure out how hard it should be, because, you know, my skill set as a non-extreme player is kind of all over the place. True, you might see me rip through this level in practice mode or get stuck on a certain area, but it's not going to be like that for another person. Everyone has their own skills and stuff, so if I can take a bunch of people's opinions and just average it out into one nicely play-tested level across multiple people, one per episode, I think it's going to work out pretty nicely. Thinking of just extending this UFO part a little bit. Going to continue the pink orb thing. That's kind of nice. Okay, if I can put a blue orb right in here and just put a little block there to stabilize. I like that click pattern. I wonder how far I can really push this spike. Okay, I might remove that mini space that I added to it. If I have a pink orb right here, I can force the player to make 2 clicks coming out of there, right? Okay, but we need to have some sort of gravity in there because I don't like how far down it's getting. Oh, we could go out to a dash orb instead of a platform down there. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Kind of want to crush the player against the top of this block. So you always hit this speed changer the same way. And this makes for a nice transition downwards a little bit. That's not how that works. Couple of quick timings in there. We can definitely fit in some of these flat spikes because they're really easy to structure around. I can even punch this one down like that. Now that I play it like that, is that possible? Oh, it is. Wow. Dude, that stinks. This transition isn't gonna work. That looks about right, and then maybe we could just have a black orb and a J block right there. What? Why did it jump? There's a J block right there. I'm gonna have a hard time syncing that to the way I like it now. That plays fine. So I think this is the way we're moving, and I think I'm going to put a different game mode at the end of this little orb staircase. Because it's quite spammy, it could honestly get removed, and I could replace it with maybe a spider or something. Wow, if you buffer, you get like a cool little swing because the spider is black orbing down and getting so much momentum that you can just fly. Okay, then we can have a little yellow pad that's just on the edge of that pillar, and then that can lead on to a pink that you gotta hit, but time after a black, just to make sure I make the most annoying spider gameplay possible. And it's cool because if I have these orbs, then you can't buffer an input, which is just perfect. That spike is just way too close, unfortunately. We can have that orb timed and also have this slope instead of the little gap at the bottom of that structure like we used to. Let me just put a spike right here. That's smooth. I like the idea of a one-tap timing and then just a slight wait after the intensity of that spider section. Hey, maybe we could flow this into a ship section of some sort. I'm trying to capture the curve of the one-tap in this ship section to mirror the one-tap of the orb. If I can shift this a little bit more to really enforce the early timing of that green. Why does that flow well? That just seems so bizarre. Can I put this into a mini wave? Okay, cool. I'm using some D blocks, which allow me to slide on these squares. Goo goo gaga, that's just stupid. There, I changed the shape to be just like how I just clicked because I'm too stubborn to change it. My thought process is like, I just clicked that way, so it must be natural. Mwahahaha, I am making a 9 circles type thing. And I hope that leads on to the more general structures kind of nicely. I can make little pads like this instead of blocks here. How about a cube portal with a black orb in it? That's gonna be weird. Sorry guys, the structure ends right there. And we are having a black orb timing onto some blocks over here. I guess we could do another black. I'm obsessed with black orbs, aren't I? Ah, yes. Let's use our 14,000th black orb of the level so far. Normal mode solves all. It's fine. It works. I just realized how ridiculous that mini wave part is in contrast to everything else here. This spike is the most annoying. Can this spike please leave me alone? Please, for the love of woe. And now the click's free. Awesome. Nope, it's getting deleted. I wonder if maybe I could get some use out of a duel right here with some confusing blocks. Because we can have slopes here to make sure the player's passing a certain point and then have a toggle trigger that's touch triggered to get rid of some spikes, I guess, that can be on group number 5. Let's just make sure you actually go through the middle and don't just skip that. But that would have to be pretty small and just stacked along the middle. Alternatively, we could just cover up the gap a bit. And what does it people do? They put the little portals like this, don't they? We can set the next toggle triggers to 6 and have more spikes. Okay, so I've got the blue portal going up alternately each time just to let you know that you're supposed to cross the waves, and then we have a tight little timing like this. No, I thought I could do the run, but that seems the nicest way to do it. This video is a little bit of a kerfuffle because I was scared of available time, so I have Juniper playtesting the level how it is right now, but we forgot that we were calling in a group chat, so Lake slid in at the end, and I decided to give the full level to Lake at the end of this video. Boom.
I should know how to play this based on how many times I've seen you do it, but I don't.
Oh, you're crushing it! Oh god, is this actually extra?
Yeah, so when you're out here like, this is insane. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, I kind of just did like 5%.
What did you do? Okay, so it seems like the first part was super easy and then this part is super hard.
Yeah, but also I'm not very good with orbs and ship parts as it is, so. Oh god, it moved. Why did it move? Why did you do that? That's horrible! I feel like if you practice this for more than 2 seconds, then it would be pretty easy.
Oh, you can fall and hit that? What?
Apparently.
In what world? Leave it to Juniper
yeah,
to properly playtest it.
I've broken your level. No, not to do it. Oh, Christ. I have to really think about this one. I feel like this would become consistent. It just scared me at the first glance. What is that? Yeah, I like this part. That's cool. Yay!
Hey, you did it.
I think that's pretty reasonable. There's nothing really wrong with the beginning of an extreme being pretty simple. I'd rather it be the first 10% that's really simple. I feel like that jump should be timed a little bit differently. I feel like I'm clicking to the beat and I'm still dying.
Oh my god, that platform seems
that
stupid
micro
as well.
click.
Yeah.
It's the micro click.
I'll change that
I
then.
hate micro clicks.
Because I've seen you land on the wrong side of it so many times. Yeah, that spike needs to go. It's going. It's going after this. It's gone.
It's just, orbs on slopes are the bane of my existence. I hate them. See, it's not.
Maybe I scale it up.
That is my least favorite part of the level so far. Woohoo!
If there's a part that's like really dumb, you might just have to like suck it up and like not nerf it that much, or like just try and make it more consistent. Nerfing too much is what turns extremes into insanes. They're supposed to be hard. It's hard to like get the right balance.
All right, so the main takeaway from Junie's playtesting is that I need to change the exit from this mini wave. She struggled with this blue orb, which I'm going to scale up ever so slightly to make it easier to hit. Junie showed me that you can just fall off of this platform and hit the blue without jumping. So I guess I can just raise this spike up a little bit like that. So it's still natural. I'm going to get rid of this little diagonal structure and put some H blocks onto this structure over here to make it so you can easily jump into this gap because she was skipping that block a lot. We half space this to the side. I need to move this sort of the tiniest little bit like that because it's not really necessary to be that difficult. That being said, we can continue with the final stretch of the gameplay now. I love that. I just realized that in this level, I haven't had like an actual smooth skill-based chip section without many portals and stuff. So I feel like it's probably fair to have a little bit of straight fly now because that's as intense as I'm looking for. I like the idea of keeping the player tight all the way around this saw. A common trend in extremes lately is to have an orb in the middle of a ship part that you're not supposed to hit. And it's cool because you have to control your inputs to avoid that certain spot. If I flip the spikes the other way around, so the smaller spikes first, this becomes a lot more fair because you have much more of a window to get through, and then the actual skill comes in right here where you have to stabilize yourself again. Oh, I like the fact that you have to use the ceiling there, and then we can have a quick fly down or maybe fly up because we haven't used this part of the screen yet, and we can fly into a little box like this and have some ceiling floor gameplay, just alternating spikes on the ceiling and floor, and we can have this go down another level. Could also do myself a favor by spacing that out a tiny little bit, just give you a little break in between in case you're still trying to adjust from the jump down. Yeah, see? You need it. That's cool. I actually kind of like that. The fact that for this transition, you got to hit that cube portal extremely late. And I can also block it up over there, I believe. Let me test this in normal mode just to make sure. Yeah, look, when the drums get stronger, I love that the gameplay is getting more mechanical and clunky. This pink orb looks like a fake, but you've actually got to hit it after the blue and jumping to land on that very small ledge. Yeah, that's it. There's a slight little bug with that block, and it's why I'm going to change it. Sometimes hitboxes can be a little sketchy, so I'm going to make a fake 3D line. It's not like it's not timed anymore, because you do need to hit the pad before you hit the orb, so you can't be trigger happy. I could probably make a play on it, though, and have it flipped so that you go through that block, and then you hit the pink. And that could be an early timing, so you have to land on this block and jump before the spike. That's cool. And if you hit it late, you're going to crash into the side. And then, to top this part off, we can have a yellow pad and a purple orb right there. Maybe a little bit higher, just so you can hit the orb and cancel the momentum of the pad and land on this block, maybe, with the spike there again. So it's a recurring theme that you got to jump early off the blocks, but it kind of works. Whoa, this part is the first part in the level I've actually been comfortable about the difficulty of all the way through. Because I know it's just orb play, and that you got to have a good understanding of how the orbs work to get past it. We're going to have a buffer into a UFO, which has another gravity portal right here. But we're not going to have an instant click on the portal. It's going to be a slight delay. That seems about right to me. I bet I can mini space that. Oh, this is getting a little bit silly now. I don't really like how this is flowing. Like, I don't mind the gameplay, but it just doesn't feel like I made it. That's more my speed. The pink pad exit. And now we need to make up for the horrendous robot gameplay that we added earlier. I wonder if I can jump in such a way that you catch that blue orb on the bottom side. But am I going to be able to space this properly? Because that doesn't look possible anymore. Never mind. We can time a blue at the end of this, I guess, like that. Maybe not as long, but we can definitely have a robot jump into a cube portal this time. Normally, the cube would hit the edge of that block, but if you jump at the right time with this H, you can fall right in. That's cool! If you buffer the blue, you can fly. No, if you jump early there, I'm gonna have to put a spike. So this is gonna be a little bit tight to end off with. This robot just seems a little bit impossible, and for that reason, I'm gonna do a little bit of nerfing. Let me get back there just to see what's going on. Watch me one attempt it now. Oh, of course, of course. You know what? I am deleting this whole stretch. Not bad, not bad. Can I segue this into the ball, though? Question mark. That's not a block. What am I thinking? Boundary check. It's on the boundary. Nice. Okay, I think that's the new gameplay. Let me test this in normal mode, because I haven't actually tried it at all without ignore damage, and it could be pretty annoying because of the dash orbs. I have to hold them at a certain time to avoid the spikes at the top and bottom. No, I thought I was going to do it to the end, but I finally got gameplay that works out here, man. That took so long. Okay, I think this is the version that I'm going to pass to Lake for playtesting. This is still a concern for me, whether this wave part's too hard.
It seems fine. That's an opinion coming from a wave player, though, so,
Oh, maybe extend that platform across, because you just, like, fell through.
That's the, issue with robot, especially when you require the player to click really lightly.
Okay, so this doesn't look that bad. This looks fine. I think I did well here.
Yeah, this is fine.
That looks a bit... I gotta nerf that, I think.
Maybe just a bit. I kind of want to try and do each of the segments in like one go, just to get a feel for how it works.
Ugh.
As the robot, I need to jump super high. But if I jump too high, then I just hit this spike. But if I jump too low, then I don't make it to this platform.
So I should leave the ship like that?
Yeah, the ship's fine. So the way this part works is you have to buffer that ring. Because like, here's what I think of when I get to this part. When I die here, my thought is, oh shoot, I'm hitting this thing. How can I make it so I don't hit this spike? I have to land here sooner than later. I have to jump off this block sooner than later. How do I jump off this block sooner than later? I have to hit this sooner than later. Here's how you nerf this, okay? Hit this one, move it down one. This was super frustrating. I would replace this with like this. Definitely harder than Kata, Hyper, harder than Allegiance, harder than Akith, Phobia.
Main takeaways. Slightly move this spike, moving this orb at the very end over by half a block. And then I wanted to move this spike down a little bit to allow this orb to function normally. Oh yeah, this robot was such a huge problem as well. We just changed that to a flat spike. Get rid of that because it's not needed. Gonna make that pink orb timing a bit more fair by opening that gap. And I definitely needed to add a block over here just to extend that platform and stop stop you from falling out too easily, as well as moving these spikes over by just a pixel to allow this platform to have a bit more space. Then this spike has got to be moved because it was just way too problematic. Not by Daffin. Anyway, that's it. That's done. Boom. Thank you for watching this series so far. The extreme demon layout is now completely done, as you just saw. Decoration videos on the way. What can I say? More playtesters coming in the next episodes. Check the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.